Yellow, red, white, blue. It's a colorful battle. But what do the colors mean? Some players believe the red number indicated a critical strike, just like us. However, we discovered that this is not the case. Welcome back to the Meta Instincts channel. In this video, we will present our findings of each color number and demonstrate a simple test to compare different setups. Damage type. Firstly, the white number represents the damage caused by a basic attack, such as the ship's cannon attack, skill damage from Magnus or sea monsters. The green number doesn't represent damage but rather the healing from a healer like Cordelia. We will see the green numbers on our ship if we have a healer on board. If you look closely, the ship's HP increases when the green number appears. The red number doesn't represent a critical hit but blazing or burning damage. We can test this by having blazing heroes like Lester, Tanaka, and Ned on a Stormbringer to attack a sea monster. When the heroes cast a skill, the red number appears. We can use the same method to identify other damage types. For instance, the light blue number represents drowning or taking on water damage. You will see red and light blue numbers if you have a mixture of blazing and drowning heroes on Stormbringer. Cutthroat, strategy, and artillery damage share the same yellow numbers. Why are they the same color? We are unsure, but it looks neat. Thus, we will see a lot of yellow numbers in a battle. The blue number is more complicated. It doesn't represent a specific damage type but the damage absorbed by the shield. Let's say the shield is 10,000 and the basic damage is 25,000, you will see 10,000 in blue and 15,000 in white. The blue number represents the damage absorbed by the shield. If you're spending money on Sea of Conquest, GemZ has the best deal in the market. As Bundle Up's sister company, GemZ helps thousands of players save digital taxes and offers up to 15% discount on bundles. For example, UK players would pay over $127 for a 10,000 Gleamstones bundle. However, with GemZ it's just $87.99, saving over 30% from digital tax and discount, and you save even more as you spend. Plus, first-time users will get a $10 credit for any bundle. Take advantage of flash deals and giveaways on their Discord server. Click the link in the description and start saving today with GemZ. Critical hit. Then, where is the critical hit? The critical hit is not indicated by color but by a small icon. This icon can be found in the Sea of Conquest image library under the name Critical Strike. When a critical hit occurs, we see this small icon before the damage number. The icon can appear in yellow, red, light blue, white, or blue. We are excited to see this icon because it signifies that we have landed critical hits. However, we have discovered that critical hits do not apply to healing or the green numbers. Passive skills like Kartal's last skill will also not trigger a critical hit. Compare setup. This example will test a higher level Blade of Freedom with Cutthroat set. However, remember that what works for us may not work for you, as our hero levels and items may differ. Understanding the concept and conducting your tests will help you find a more practical setup. We have a level 39 cannon, sail, and figurehead, along with a level 35 helm from the Blade of Freedom set. We will compare these with a level 35 cannon and figurehead and a level 32 helm and sail from the Cutthroat set. The blade set appears more promising due to the better stats from the higher equipment level. Conducting tests on ships while maintaining controlled variables rather than sea monsters will provide more accurate results. However, obtaining help in the game can be challenging. In this example, we will use a sea monster as our test subject. While not entirely accurate, this test will provide a simple comparison between ship parts. Let's proceed with the testing. First, we pick a sea monster as the test subject for the entire test. We send the Cutthroat ship to attack the sea monster and record the battles. Then, we review the recorded video and note every damage number, distinguishing between damage from basic attacks, heroes, passive skills, and the ship's skill. For example, damage appearing as yellow numbers after a hurricane graphic belongs to Kartal, while damage appearing as X-shaped graphics belongs to Onimusha, and damage appearing as bullet graphics belongs to Bones. The yellow numbers that appear randomly every 10 seconds represent damage from the ship's skill. In contrast, the white numbers denote damage from the ship's basic attack. Finally, the yellow numbers with the lowest value, without a critical hit, represent the passive damage done by Kartal's last skill. Through analysis, it is observed that the blade set deals about 18% higher basic attack damage, amounting to 5.5 million out of 17 attacks, compared to the Cutthroat set. However, the skill damage from the Cutthroat set surpasses the blade sets. For instance, Bones deals 38% more cutthroat damage, totaling 17 million more out of 4 skill uses with the cutthroat set. Despite the lower equipment level of the cutthroat set, it enhances overall damage more effectively than the blade set. This is due to the low damage bonus on the cutthroat ship, while the attack bonus is already high. As mentioned earlier, having a 100% attack and 100% damage bonus is better than a 190% attack and 10% damage bonus. You can find more information on this topic in this video. The approach would be different if you already have a high damage bonus with a low attack bonus. Therefore, conducting tests will provide a better understanding of your setup. Alright, it is the end of today's sharing. Please like and share it with your members. I'm Alan from Meta Instincts. See you soon.